is going to be a much requested New Year's resolutions, and I'm also going to be throwing in a little bit of a haul as well. When I was in the States just before Christmas, I actually bought quite a lot of exercise related gear, and as this video is all about New Year's resolutions, I thought maybe I should just throw them all into one and do a kind of exercisey video. I have never been one for New Year's resolutions, except for like last year I did pretty well. I had a New Year's resolution specifically to exercise more, which I think everybody does. And again, I'm going to do this again this year because towards the end of the year, I definitely tailed off with my exercise. I went from working out a couple of times a week to 3 times a week to moving not very much at all, basically, not at all, and eating really badly, but it's Christmas, so I feel like we're all allowed to do that. So I have started a new kind of exercise and keeping fit routine, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a New Year's resolution. It's just like a kickstart, new year, let's keep this going kind of thing. So fitness and keeping up the fitness again is the first one. The second one is to give up alcohol for the month of January. Now, I know New Year's resolutions are meant to be like for the whole year in general, but I know a lot of people do this like dry January thing because basically I'm not really a big drinker anyway. I don't really drink that much or that often, but I just have had so many parties in the last like month, like in the run up to Christmas. I've just been drinking left, right and centre, and I feel like it's not only really bad for you in terms of health, but it's also really bad for your weight. Like I've definitely put on a few pounds over Christmas, and most of it's to do with chocolate, but I think a lot of it's to do with drinking as well. So yeah, I'm not going to drink for the whole of January. Just to kind of like have a bit of a detox and like get my body kind of back into its fighting form again, nice and fit and a bit more lean than I am post-Christmas potentially. Then my third New Year's resolution is to give up Coke. Now I tried this last year and I got to April, and I think throughout the whole year I probably had less than 20 Cokes. I probably had like 15 Cokes in the whole year, which is actually really good because I used to drink it all the time. If I would ever go out for dinner, I would always order Diet Coke, and I've got out of that habit and I've started ordering sparkling water, which actually I really like. Oh, and I also have another New Year's resolution, which I forgot about, so I have 4, is to see my old friends more, because over the last few years, I've been travelling a lot because of YouTube, and I met lots of new friends because of YouTube, and because we all do the same thing, it's really easy for us to kind of meet up and spend time together and things like that and film together, and I feel like I haven't seen as much of my old friends as I would like to. And I know there's always, like, everybody always says, like, you know, old friends really are, like, you need to keep hold of your old friends and, like, they're the most precious, but it really is true, because the girls that I've known, that I went to school with, that I've known since I was really young, they really are like such a great group of friends, and I don't see them enough, and I really need to. I also have another New Year's resolution, so this is actually like I have 5. My other one is to walk the dogs more. Not only is this like a health related thing, because obviously it's getting out walking, but a lot of the time in the last year I've been away a lot, and I feel like Mike has like become the dog walker, whereas earlier in the year, I think I walked the dogs a lot more. Like we would split it, or we would go together, and it's also a really nice opportunity to spend some time together as well. So that's definitely another New Year's resolution, is to walk the dogs more, because the dogs just make me so happy. And like even if it's a really miserable, rubbishy day, if you go outside and walk the dogs, it just instantly lifts your mood, because you see how happy they get from it, and it's just like, they love it. Like my dogs absolutely, there's nothing better in the world than walking. They absolutely love it. So that's definitely a New Year's resolution as well. So yes, on to the fitness haul. So when I was in the States, I went a little bit crazy in Lululemon. I'd always been in there and been like, oh, it's too expensive, it's not worth the money, it's not worth the money. And all of my friends that live in the States are like, it seriously is worth the money, because it's so comfortable and it lasts. Like the leggings don't go see-through, things like that. So I finally bit the bullet, and I'm freaking in love with this stuff. First of all, I picked up these, what would you call them? Like yoga pants, I guess. But you definitely can work out in them, because they are, they're actually quite heavy. So they are quite warm, but it's quite cold in England, so that doesn't bother me too much. And they are straight leg, so they're really tight, like all the way through, and then at the bottom they just kind of go out and they kind of ruche up at the ankles, which I really like. It's kind of a different look. It kind of looks like skinny jeans in a way, instead of like tight all the way to the bottom. So I really love these, and they are so comfortable. They literally feel like you're wearing a hug. They're like made out of the softest, like most snuggly material. And then I also picked up this t-shirt, which I think is their like bog standard like workout top. it has like the Lululemon shape on the front. If you guys don't know what that is, it's this bit, like the wiggly bit. And I got this in grey. I really like this actually. It has like vents in the places where you sweat, but they've done it in a nice way. So actually, I don't know what I'm doing there. It actually looks like a nice design, like on the back. I really, really like this, and I wish I'd got more, but they didn't really have that many great colours. Like, I like to work out in fairly neutral colours and then have really bright accessories, like bright trainers, bright socks, like bright hairbands, bright headphones, things like that, and then keep everything else like black or grey. And then I bought two kind of hoodie jacket type things. This is the first one, and I absolutely love this. It has black sleeves and a zip through on the front, and then it is like a little, it's kind of like a turtleneck, but I mean, unless it was really cold, you wouldn't zip it all the way up. I adore this. It's really long and it's really flattering as well. The shape on the front of these makes them really flattering because they go out on the boob area and in on the waist area. It makes you look bigger on the boobs and smaller on the waist, which is always a bonus. And it's just made out of this really gorgeous, soft material. It's long, so it kind of covers most of your bum, which is nice, especially if you're wearing like skin tight workout trousers. This was super expensive. I think it was about $160. But I actually wore it quite a lot when I was in the States, just as a top, because I like it so much. And another thing about the Lululemon tops that I really like is that they have the little thumb holes, so you can put them over your hands, so that if you are running outside in the cold weather, then it keeps your hands warm. And then along a similar vein, I also picked up this, which is, this isn't a zip up, this is one that you would probably wear like if you were working out outside or after a workout or something, instead of like something you could take off mid-workout, because you can't like unzip it and just pull it off, you have to put it off over your head. But it is quite unusual. As you can tell, it's the same material as the other one. I love this kind of like grey, is it like a herringbone? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so it has a zip neck, which is really nice, it's like off center. And I just really love the details of this. As you can see, it has like these little tiny pockets for like keys or whatever when you're running in the back. And again, it has the thumb holes and just like the little like scallop style on the edge there. I just really love the details of this. And this was cheaper, I think this was 90 something dollars, still really expensive. But I find whenever I buy new gym gear, I always feel like so much more motivated to work out. It just makes me like, yeah, I'm ready to go and I feel good. And I know that's like probably like not a good way to be, but it definitely helps. Like every 6 months or so I'll buy some new gym gear, and like it just helps kind of kickstart that as well. And I also had my eye on this for ages, and this was a little bit of a Christmas present to myself. I also purchased a Nike Fuel Band. Now, I've been wearing this, I have it on now, it's this black one, as you can see. How many fuel points have I burnt today already? 1,042. I had heard quite good things about these, and I did a bit of research into like which ones were the best in comparing them. And to be honest, although this doesn't have as many functions as the others, I had heard really good things about it, so I wanted to try it. However, from trying it for a few days, I'm not as happy with it as I thought. I thought you may be able to like link it into your diet somehow, in terms of like using another app, or like I really like doing food diaries because it keeps me motivated to like not eat bad things. So I like, because I'll have to like write 10 pieces of chocolate on my food diary and then feel really bad. But yeah, I quite like using those if I'm trying to kind of keep healthy and eat healthily, and you can't link that to this. And also, another issue I've found over the last few days is if you're working out in the gym using like a fairly like static machine, like a exercise bike or a cross trainer, and your arms aren't necessarily, like even on the cross trainer your arms are going like this, but they're not like moving up and down with your body as if they would when you're running, it doesn't give you points for it. So if you go for a run outside, you'll get a ton of Nike fuel points. They're not calories, they're like a lot easier to get than like burning a calorie, and you set your daily target yourself. But I just feel like it doesn't like give you credit for like actually working out in the gym, and I thought that would be something you could get around by like, because you can set like a session and you can put what you're doing. I thought it would like take into account that, but it doesn't. But I am really liking it for keeping me like moving throughout the day, because obviously doing YouTube and editing videos and things like that is quite a sedentary thing to be doing. So if I film, I'm sitting down here, I'll, you know, potter around setting everything up, but then editing, I'll literally be sitting down for like 3 hours or whatever on my laptop, and it's really good. So it sets you reminders to get up and move every hour, and it sets you like motivations to win each hour, so by keeping moving for 5 minutes, which I do really like. but I'm definitely going to have to use it for a bit longer to find out what I really kind of think of it and if I think it's worth the money, because they are pretty expensive. I don't want to go on too much about it because I haven't really used it that much yet, but if you guys want to see a full review of it, let me know, and then I might do it on my vlog channel. So anyway, that is it for my New Year's resolutions video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what your New Year's resolutions are, because I always love hearing about people's New Year's resolutions, and it's great to motivate each other as well. So if you want like motivation for like getting in the gym and stuff, definitely come and follow me on Twitter, because I find it really motivating if you like tweet about exercising and people like kind of tweet you being like, yeah, go, like well done. So definitely come and follow me on Twitter, and we'll try and keep each other motivated if you're trying to stay fit this year as well. And yeah, the links for my Twitter and my Instagram and stuff are all below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my best beauty products of 2013. Now, as you guys may or may not know,